All right, Shalom Akim. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and blessings to you, sincere Akim that's pushing out this word. What I want to go into is just this quick article that I just saw as soon as I got up. The first thing, I was thinking about is when I saw the title of this article is prophecy, man. And how the beast and the European Union, the NATO, and those 10 horns being the European Union on that beast, talked about in Revelations chapter 13, they're gonna hate the whore, and that whore on top of the beast is America, man. So I'm gonna go straight into it. I'm gonna bring out this scripture first real quick, since I mentioned it. This is Revelations 13:1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. So yeah, right there, that beast that it's talking about is NATO, and those 10 horns represent the European Union. And that's the power structure of Esau, man. Esau's power structure, and that's what he's going to use, or what he is using to try and conquer and go out through all these lands and bring about his new world order, So I'm gonna go into this article. Let me see. This is posted on the Russophile.org. And there's a lot of articles on here, but the title of it was "The Europeans Are Going to Revolt Against NATO." And I'm going to read a little bit of it at the top and then get straight to the point. It says, the NATO summit in Warsaw is part of the nuclear chicken game. Washington and the NATO generals are trying to provoke Russia into an escalation of tensions because certain circles in the U.S. are becoming desperate over their diminishing power over the world. And they are really losing it. They see a military escalation as the only thing to save their control. So really what you have here is you have America really controlling NATO and the EU to really poke at Russia, man. They're using their power structure and really just trying to provoke Russia into having an aggressive move or attack so that they can have a reason to retaliate because of that. But Russia hasn't really been budging. But hey, now we're in that time where Russia's really about to take off. Really about to they're really pushing their buttons, and Russia's about to take off on this system, man. They're about to explode. But continuing on, it says the stationing of troops in Eastern Europe on the borders of Belarus and Russia is an extreme provocation. They're absolutely unnecessary for the security of Poland or the Baltic states. It's a very foolish move on the part of NATO. And I'm gonna go down to the point. Let's see. Is this it? Yeah, the NATO provocations against Russia are very unnecessary. There's enormous opposition under the surface. Politicians may put on public face that everything is fine with NATO, but in reality, there's a great anxiety. Germans do not want another war with Russia. The horror of the last one was terrible, but America just doesn't care about anyone outside of the United States. This is an extraordinary situation. The more the war hawks push across the Atlantic, the more resistance there will be in the EU. Hold on, I think I went down too far. Oh yeah, this is the point I wanted to bring out. This says NATO just added chaos instead of offering stability. Now there is a very strong opposition in the EU countries to all kinds of Washington's provocations against Russia. What's that saying right there? That the European Union, is opposed to Washington's propagation. That's pretty much saying that the EU is opposed to America, which is that whore that sits upon the beast, upon the power structure that's controlling the NATO, that's controlling the EU. And I'm gonna go straight into scriptures real quick, because this is all prophecy, man. All these news articles, man, with everything going on, you know, in the Middle East, you know, with NATO, with the EU, you know, with the race riots being stirred up, man. This is being stirred up by the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. This is prophecy, man. All of these things are going in line according to scriptures, man. So let's filter this through the scriptures to see where this fits into prophecy. So this is Revelations chapter 17, verse 16, getting straight to the point. The 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, and like I said, those 10 horns represent the EU, these shall hate the whore. And that's what it says right there. Now there is a very strong opposition in the EU countries to all kinds of Washington's provocations against Russia. So they hate the whore. They hate what Washington's doing, which is just code word for America, man. They're pretty much hating what America's doing. And shall make her desolate and naked. And that's what you're going to see, because these nations are going to turn up ultimately against America. And shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And that's that nuclear fire talked about throughout the scriptures, man. Hey, so with that, man, I just want to say shalom. Hey, peace to you, Akim, out there, and continue to watch, continue to pray. Hey, Lord willing, we are part of that number, and we almost out of here, man. Hey, with that, I'm going to say shalom.